Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too. Continuing my Dharma tributaries with other teachers or gurus who have been influential for me, today I want to talk about Jiddu Krishnamurti. Interesting story. In the end of the 19th century, there was an order established called the Order of the Red Dawn. It was led by Theosophists, Ledbetter and Annie Besant, and somehow they picked Krishnamurti as the person who was going to be the avatar of the age, and they groomed him from the time he was young to take over the organization and be a kind of world leader of spirituality. And on the evening in the early 1930s of the inauguration of the Order of the Red Dawn, his inauguration speech was disbanding the organization and telling people how you ought not to follow gurus, because human beings, from the time we started standing upright, we've always been in conflict about what is life about and asking the deep questions. But because it's so hard to answer them, many organized religious traditions, they give you the answer. Doesn't matter whether it's in a communist, socialist, capitalist system, fascist system. Everybody's brought up to accept what the answer is from your own culture. So it's as if we look to someone else to tell us what's right, what's wrong, how we should behave. And this kind of mechanical conformity is what kills the ability of the person to experience the spirit directly. One of the things that Krishnamurti reminds us is that you may not be able to say what the truth is, but if you can see what's false in the false, then what's left, that could be the truth. But at the same time, if you pay attention to yourself, which is the only real true study, everything else is an abstraction, everything else is something that's an object outside of yourself, you find out that everything is in movement, everything is in flux, pantarei, everything flows, as Heraclitus said. But the idea is that if you're watching what's going on, the truth of what is constantly changing. And if your mind is tethered to any kind of belief, then it's very, very hard to see the truth of what is, because your mind is already fixed. And since the truth of what is constantly changing, you have to somehow be swift in order to see what it is. But if the only way you would escape from the turmoil and conflict of life is by forcing your mind to accept somebody else's established pattern, then no matter how much you think you're seeking, the only thing you'll find is the distortion of your own thinking. So whether or not there is such a thing as absolute truth or God or reality, it can never be answered by books, by philosophers, by anybody who claims to be a savior for you. Nothing and nobody can answer the question except you yourself. And I know that means we're left to ourselves, but at the same time, that is the beginning of what wisdom is. So see things more simply, see things more directly, see things without somebody else's filter telling you what to think, because I've said this many times, don't buy anybody else's spiritual con job. Whatever anybody else is selling, right? Every seller needs a buyer. Buyer beware. Don't buy into what someone else is telling you is there or is there in the afterlife. But observe the process and take a different approach and see whether or not that gives you the insight that you're looking for. Don't have to worry about what's going to happen in the next life. Conjecture what's happening in this life. Pay attention, because to be means to be related. And then you'll see your interdependence on everyone and everything. And then maybe you'll see the experience of living community and how everything is really one swinging energy system, whether you give it a name or you give it no name. And then you're not just a part of it. Then you're not just a part from it, you're a part of it.